Now. All right, good evening. We are live here with Travis T-Dogg Gammage. How you doing there, T-Dogg?
What's going on, partner?
Hey, man,
What's going
everything
on,
is
man?
good, man. Everything is good. Good to see you, man. You're looking good, man.
Hey, man, I'm trying. All glory to God, all glory to God.
Yeah,
That's
that's
right.
right, man. That's right. How's your health, first of all? Before we even get started, how's your health? How are you doing, man?
But you know what? Somebody was telling me the other day, because I always say, well, I'm okay. I'm doing good. They said, no, because if you woke up, you're doing great. So I'm great.
Hey, man, that's good. That's what we want to hear, man. That's what we want to hear. Well,
Yeah.
we know you're a busy man. So we want to go ahead and just tell us a little bit about yourself, man, and how did you get the name T-Dogg? How did you start out rapping, and where did you
Ooh,
start out? I know you back in middle school and in high school, you won all the talent shows and everything. So just tell everybody how you became T-Dogg.
wow, man. Well, way back in the days, man, when I was in the street, hustling, acting like a fool. And we would all be on this street and we say, hey, man, if we on this street, we dogs. We got to each give each other a name, J-Dog, T-Dog, C-Dog, And so we started playing around with it. And so my brother would enter a lot of talent shows. And when he get in these talent shows, he'd be like, you know what, I'm going to put you in there with me. You're going to keep the name T-Dog, So the name T-Dog been around, man, since elementary, 5th grade.
Right. Yeah, you and Sherman, your brother Sherman, man, Sherman and I, we grew up together from Packer Rattlers all the way
Yep.
through middle school and high school. And Sherman was an outstanding rapper, just like you. So who was the best rapper out of you and Sherman? Who was better? I know you're gonna say you, but tell us who was better? Who was more raw? Who was the better rapper out of you and G-Man?
Who's still around? No, you know what? I'm gonna tell you something, man. I think honestly, man, when my brother went to rapping, he was the first one to make a record here in Deerfield. When he made that record, man, it done something to me. And he came home and he was like, man, we got a record contract. And I'm like, man, my brother got a record contract. And he took me and introduced me to Rose Royce. And she was in the kitchen we went to her house, and I'll never forget it. And she was saying, car wash, we laugh and we giggle, man. And she was like, you know what, you're going to be something special. Keep hanging with your brother, man. And I just picked it up from him, watching him, seeing him, listening. Then I started taking it real serious. And it went from there, man.
Yeah, Sherman was a real freestyle rapper, man. He could just, look at a ceiling fan and rap about a ceiling fan, man. He was really a real good rapper, man, and I know you had a good coach, a big bro, to coach you on well and everything, man.
Yeah, man.
So
yeah,
that's how you became T-Dogg, and you've been rapping. You got any new albums coming out here lately? What you working on right now? You working on any new music?
We did a single 2 months ago that we released it, but then I was having some complications with my heart and stuff, so we never got a chance to shoot the video. We was in negotiations with Atlantic Records. I'm still signed to Flow Rider, and so now all the negotiations, we're putting them off to the first of the year. But we were looking real big for the single I just dropped, What Church You From? And right now it's on like 260 radio stations around the world. And we haven't even got a chance to even put no promotion behind it. So it's just, and I say, God do things for a reason. So, so we just waiting, man, waiting on everything to clear up with this pandemic, and we're gonna go from there. But so right now they want me to concentrate on just getting more healthier, riding the rest of this year out, man, and just relaxing.
Hey, man, that's good. Health is number one, man. Get yourself back healthy, man, and drop a little bit of weight. Put some good things in your mouth, man, and see some good results from your body.
Yeah, 40. I done lost 40 pounds. So
hey, man, that's good. Look at Wayne. Wayne was like 45 pounds, and he's down. How much you weigh now, Wayne?
About 180, 175, 180.
What? Oh,
yeah,
man.
I was up to about 250 one time here about 4 years ago, and I just started eating right and just meditating my mind and just putting the right things in my body, and I'm healthy. My blood pressure went down. I was a borderline diabetic. I had migraine. Everything, thank God, went away.
Yeah. Me too, man.
Same thing can happen to you, T, man. You know what I'm saying? We just have to be, we just have to be disciplined, man, and we up in that age group now, where we have to take care of our bodies, man,
Most definitely. Yep.
Yeah. And I know you're doing a good job, man. I can see you, you're much thinner, man. I can see it, and you look happier. Your face is glowing right now, man.
Oh man, I'm telling you, I was just on the phone before this interview, and me and Trick Dad was like, "Oh, you ain't coming to get no more ribs?" I'm saying, "No, the ribs over with. The ribs over with. They're over with."
Yeah, I hear you, man. Everything you eat is in moderation is pretty. Probably won't hurt you. If you eat a little bit here and there, So the Mango Festival. You told us how you became T-Dogg. The Mango Festival was supposed to have been on July the 25th, this past Saturday that just went by, and it was supposed to be at Quiet Waters Park, and it was canceled due to the pandemic. So just tell us a little bit about how it was, why it was canceled.
Well, with the pandemic, we've been following it real close. We've been hand in hand with our city officials, our county officials. It was just trying to pinpoint the right time to do it. So we was looking at how things was going. We knew July wasn't going to work. So we moved it to October the 10th. That's where it's sitting at right now. And we're still at the table with negotiations with these numbers still spiking up so bad. So now we're back at the table again, looking to probably go to 2021, July 31st, 2021.
And you had a very interesting lineup. So let everybody know what the lineup was going to be, who you had coming to Deerfield Beach.
Well, the lineup's still there because they're holding that money. So we still got them. No, we got K. Michelle, Drew Hill, Avant, Michelle A., Cut Close, Lathan Grady, Plies. That's what we got so far.
Right. That was an all-star lineup too.
Yeah. So what we said we're going to do is, because I've been in negotiations talking with all the artists, and they're willing to work with me. Like, if we're going to move it to next year, we're going to move it. Then what we're going to do then, if we move it to next year, we're going to add another day. So it's going to be a Saturday, Sunday. We're going to add 4 more to the main lineup on Saturday. And then we're going to do a full-fledged gospel on Sunday.
There you go. So
maybe God doing this for a reason. It's going to be called the Mega Mango Fest.
Hey, there you go. Well, he does everything for a reason, so we can't never question what God does. He always does things for a reason, So for the people that bought tickets, how could they get their refund for the people that purchased tickets in advance? How could they get their refund back? And is there a number that they can call, or is there a website that they can go on?
Yeah, what we're doing is they can go to DeerfieldMangoFestival.com. They can go to Eventbrite. We're giving out full refunds. Or if they want to just hold their purchase, we're still going to honor it, even if we take it to 2021. So we're still going to honor it. That's with the vendors. That's with the patrons who want to come out and enjoy themselves. We've been in negotiations with Doubletree Hotel in Deerfield, the Hampton Inn in Deerfield. They're actually giving refunds because for that day, October the 10th, it's completely we sold both hotels out. We had people coming from North Carolina, South Carolina, Tampa, Alabama. I mean, we literally sold both hotels out already.
Wow.
And how was the ticket sales at that time too? I know they must have been doing good for all the hotels were sold out. How was the ticket sales going until the pandemic hit?
Right now, we had as of Friday, we was at I had to put like 330,000.
That was good.
So we put in $330,000 so far, and the event is in October. That would have gave us another 3 more months. And we haven't did any radio. We held back on radio. You know, we was gonna drop radio 2 months ago. So we got a $20,000 budget over there at radio. So it was gonna run for 4 months strong. So we'd have did every bit of 800,000, close to $1 million, you know, easy. A lot of the people we've talked to, even some of the people who's called us, they're like, no, we want to hold our ticket. We don't want we'll hold this, you know. So that's a good
I would hold
thing.
mine too.
And the main thing is I'm gonna make sure that front and center, the Adams brother will beat us. So that ain't nothing we got to even talk about, because y'all like my brothers, man. This ain't just an interview. This ain't just some, you know, like, we are really family. You know, I always respected y'all, your father. So, you know, whatever I'm doing, man, you know, you guys got front and center. I want Adam's Brother Podcast to be front and center, interview all the artists. But one thing I want to rest assured and let everybody know is it's gonna happen. It's already locked in. I told the county mayor, I don't want no money back from that. Just keep everything where it's at, because it's gonna happen.
Right. And that's good. We want to, when you bring the Mango Festival here, we want to interview each one of those artists. We only need 5 minutes with them. Just ask them a couple questions, and we'll put it all on some B-roll. Yeah.
You got long as you want, because that's in the new contract I'm pushing to them.
Get
so they can't deny
passes.
it. So you got them. That's nothing. You got them. You know, you got them. Sorry about that.
That's all right.
But I'm real excited, man. You know, a lot of questions I get is people say, well, why you took it out the hood? That's the main question. Why did you take it off out of MLK? Why did you take it? Listen, I would love to bring it back to MLK. Yeah. That was my first, you know, option. And a couple people at the city won't allow it, because you got to remember the Mango Festival itself is still going through some legal problems. So that's why it's called the Deerfield Mango Festival, where I solely own it. And then I have a partner, Tony Benjamin. So it's just me and him. You know, we have no funding from the city, no funding from nobody. It's just me and him on something we grew up on as kids. An idea we had that we say, you know, we want to bring this back to our city. Everybody else brought back their events, Tiger Trail, Six Trump. So I'm like, you know what? If we don't do it, who gonna do it? So I was trying to tell a lot of people, don't be upset that we got it at Quiet Water Park. Just be glad we got it back.
That's right.
You know, so we definitely, and our biggest thing is with this event, we want to show the money at work. We want to show scholarships.
And that's good.
We want to show, like, that. We big on that. We there, you know, that's all I do. Like my charity, T-Dogg Big Dreams Charity, I've been giving from day one. You know, Deerfield Park Elementary, I adopted them 6 years ago. I've been adopted that school 6 years ago, and the principal will tell you, I'm on hand every single year dumping thousands of dollars in that school. She'll tell you. Right. So I do it not because somebody make me. I just do it because God has given me so much, and so much is required of me.
So you're doing a lot of promoting too.
Yes.
Okay, that's very good.
Yeah, I have my 2 Extreme Marketing Promotion Company. You know, I just did the Falling Back in Love tour with Freddie Jackson, Shirley Murdoch, Avant, and Michael Sterling. Right now, like I said, we're looking to put the Mango Fest July the 31st, 2021. And then I'm looking to do, in April, bringing Fantasia to the Pompano Amphitheater. I got that I'm working on right now. And we're just working, man.
So in April, you're trying to bring Fantasia to Pompano at the Pompano Beach Amphitheater.
Pompano Amphitheater. So April, that's what we're gonna do it at. It's called the Independence Women Tour. And we just keep things going, man.
Yeah. And Wayne had a question for you about the amphitheater too.
Yeah.
Man, I really wish we had an amphitheater here in Deerfield.
That's what I'm getting ready to ask you.
When I tell people, I heard a lot of people say, oh wow, how would you that? Listen, man, I'm right now. An amphitheater is really, really needed here.
And that's my question right now to you, T-Dogg. We interviewed Commissioner Ben Preston of District 2 here probably about maybe 2 months ago. And Darryl asked a question about a amphitheater here in Deerfield Beach, and the commissioner, Ben Preston, said that if he got community support, and if that's what the community wanted, we can get an amphitheater. So I'm asking you right now, would you and your people and could you, along with us, get on board and try to get the community to support an amphitheater here in District 2?
Listen, man, not only would I support it, I'm all for it. Right now, I'm in, like I said, I'm in negotiations right now with 4 different cities right now with a $1 million contract for me to run their amphitheaters. So I would love to do it here. You know,
That's what
I would love to do it.
And you the first person I thought about. Darryl will tell you, I told him about this. I said, since T-Dogg was bringing all that talent and to Pompano, we can get an amphitheater here if we get enough people here on board. But we got to get our older crowd with a moving forward mindset to making things grow here. And if we can get them on board, I think, and we get enough people, we can get an amphitheater here. Darryl asked the question, the commissioner said he would support it if the community is behind it.
Right. Well, I tell you, like we just had a MLK here. Right now, I'm one of the largest promoters there is in the county. Nobody reached out to me to bring in the entertainment here. But it's going to take our constituents and people that's around our commissioners and everybody. Like, here's the question. How do the commissioners and the mayors and different people of Pompano know about me and want me to come bring my services there? And I'm here in Deerfield, and my own city won't allow. Now, I'm going to tell people this, and I want people to understand this because I know, people go back and forth with the mayors and different people. I talked to the mayor about this Mango Fest at Quiet Waters Park. First, I talked to our city commissioner, and he told me he didn't want no parts of it. So he was like, we can't have nothing to do with it. And I said, okay, well, let me go talk to the mayor. But when I talked to the mayor told me that they'll welcome it open arms, and anything I need, they'll support it.
Right.
So
Mayor Gantz was on board with the bringing the Mango Festival back to Deerfield.
Yeah, not only is he back with it, he was like, what do you need from us? Tell me what you need.
Right.
And I was like, wow. So he offered, he told me just, put the list together, and he'll fully support the Mango Festival coming back.
Right.
He said if it does go to Quiet Water Park, he have no problem with bringing it back to MLK.
Right.
These is from the word. This is from him. Not no hearsay. This is me and him sitting down in his office.
Right. Well, we want to get the Mango Festival back here. We can worry about moving it back to the spot where it used to be years ago. We can worry about that later. We want to get it back here to Deerfield and get some entertainment right back here in Deerfield. The Deerfield Mango Festival was no doubt the baddest festival in Florida.
I would love to have the Adams brothers to be a part of this. And here's the crazy thing, man. Like, we never formed a board with this new Mango Festival. And the reason we didn't was because with the board, you have so many people, their heart ain't in it. But I wouldn't mind the Adams brother coming apart to be a part of what we're doing, man. So I'm giving you an open invite, man, to have you and your brother, man, sit to the table with us, man, and come up with some ideas. I'd love to hear what y'all got some input on it. Because we're not selfish, never have been. That ain't me. It ain't a me thing, And I tell people, they're like, oh, well, you stand to do it because you stand, to win, make a lot of money. I say, but what if it don't work? I stand to lose a lot of money.
Right.
I'm just going on what God gave me, a vision, a dream to bring back the Mango Festival. And I'm excited, man. I'm so excited, man. We got people calling us from everywhere around the world. It's crazy.
Hey, I can imagine, man. And I told you from day one, we had conversations, throughout when I saw you out at the parade and everything. And I said, hey, man, you need me? You have my number. You've always had my number. When I was DJing at the American Legion Hall, I told you, I said, hey, man, bring me your CDs. And I never tried to ask you for anything because I didn't. Hey man, I was always there for you, man, and I'm still there for you today.
No.
You need me to come help you out there, bring the Mango Festival back here to Deerfield and sit on the board. Hey man, I'm open to it.
I'm ready, man. Like I said, we're so geared up, man. And like I say, if it does fall over to next year, it's just something that God wants to happen. But trust and believe me, if we go to 2021, if you thought this year was gonna be something, oh my God, y'all may get a Mary J. Blige in there. It's gonna get ugly.
And you the man to do it too.
I sure will.
That would be very awesome if you can get those people. But I'm still perplexed about what you said about you're right here in Deerfield and you could not get our commissioner. And I'm going to talk to him. When I we're going to talk to him about.
Wayne, I'm going to give you an example. 2 months before the MLK Day, I brought Life Jennings with Freddie Jackson to the Pompano Amphitheater.
Right.
And somebody said, they want to know about Life Jennings. I'm like, yeah. They paid probably $8,000-9,000 more than just coming to talk to me. Because a lot of these artists, we have personal relationships. And I'm like, if you have a promoter that can bring these type of artists, Freddie Jackson, Life Jennings, and all these people right here to your backyard, why not deal with me?
I think a lot of it has to do with rumors that people come to them trying to undermine. You know how it goes. It's that undermine slave mentality that some of us have. And instead of them trying to help someone within the community, they'll go and put rumors in that person's head or gossips or innuendos instead of just trying to help. And I think that has a lot to do with why this city is not flourishing the way that it should be right now. That's what we're working hard right now to cut that down.
I'm going to tell you something, Wayne, when my career first lifted off with the gospel hip hop in 2010, things really got large for me in 2012. And I tried to do a back to school giveaway here in Deerfield, the first place I tried to do it at. I said, well, I'm from Deerfield. This is where it's going to happen at. And they told me, no, in order to do it, I had to pay. For me to give away 1,000 book bags and bring Flow Rider, I had to pay to get the park. I had to pay to get police. I had to pay. I'm like, wow. I said, okay, no problem. So I went live on it and talked about it on Facebook. And then the mayor called me from Pompano, said, listen, all you got to do is bring it to Pompano. Here's a white man talking to a brother. All you got to do is bring it to Pompano. Yeah. And I took it to Pompano, and they blocked off the whole Hammondville. Gave me everything I want. We had a turnout of 3,600 people.
Well, I know former Mayor Lamar Fisher. He was a hands-on mayor, man. I tell you, he was fantastic. I worked for the city of Pompano, so I knew. I worked at the E. Larkin Center, and I worked at the Civic Center, and I worked at Mitchell Moore. I worked right there in the neighborhood, in the hood. So I saw that man everywhere. Now he's down at the county, and I'm sure he's gonna do an excellent job down there as well. So I mean, that's what we need. We need people to just reach out and say, hey, we know it. We used to be here, but we want to help you bring it back here. Let's stop putting up, these roadblocks, and stuff. I'm not saying that the commission is doing that, but let's work to build bridges here in this city. That's what we need, to build more bridges and bring entertainment back here to Deerfield Beach.
You know what, Darryl, I'm going to do everything that's in me to do that, because the end of my book doesn't stop here. So, that Mango Festival got to come back. It has to come back. We were the biggest festival it was.
Yes.
That's right.
Like, ain't no way in the world I'm finna sit here and let that happen.
And I DJ'd out there a lot of years, too, on stage number 2 for many years, too, So I got a chance to meet a lot of artists. I got pictures with Charlie Wilson from the Gap Band, man. I tell you, man, I really enjoyed the Mango Festival. And I know that you are the man that can bring the Mango Festival back in. That's why we wanted to talk to you, man. That's why we wanted you on the hottest podcast around here, the Adams Brothers Podcast. That's why we wanted you here, man.
Man, listen, I wouldn't. I wouldn't have never told y'all no. I would have never told y'all no because I know you personally. Your heart's been pure from day one. It ain't no gimmick. Everything y'all do, man, is hard. It's from the heart. So, and I just wanted people to understand, man, like, it's going to take this city to support the New Mango Festival.
Right.
That's right.
It's going to take us to support the New Mango Festival and show people why we deserve to be back on top, you know?
Yeah.
I'm excited, man. I'm so fired up about this event, man. It's ridiculous. Me and
Hey,
K.
man.
Michelle talk every day.
Hey, man, I know we have conversations, man. You text me, I see you somewhere, man. We talk, you'll call me on the phone, man. You know, hey, man, you always fill me in on what's going down, you know, behind the scenes. You told me a lot of stuff you were working on, and I never said anything to anybody, man, because I didn't want that to get out because I want to see you succeed, man. I really do.
Well, you know what, man? I've been since the George Floyd situation been going on, man, with all the minorities and how stuff been going. I've just inked the deal today with the city of Pompano again. They just gave me office building. I have a program, T-Dogg's Board to Men program, starting in October. And it's dealing with our youth from ages 12 to 17. And I'm putting together, it's the mentoring group, but it's also implementing music and equestrian. So I'm trying to get them into the horses. I'm trying to get them into music. And this program we're putting together, man, it's going to be like something you've never seen before. But we just signed a deal today, so it's going to be more about it coming up. But I'm telling y'all first about it.
Yeah. Will you be doing a backpack giveaway again this year? And if so, will you be including the mask in the backpacks this year for the kids going back to school?
Well, you know what, man? You know, my one of my board members from my charity asked me about, hey, how we're going to do this. So we're trying to find out because I think they're doing virtual school, not even going back to school.
Right.
And,
right. Yeah, you're right.
So
but whenever they do, you know, that'll be a good thing for them to throw into their little backpack. There's a mask for them and some little hand sanitizers, you know.
Well, listen, I'm ready whenever they're ready. I'm caught and loaded right now, probably with 800 backpacks. So whatever they want to do, they know I'm with it.
Yeah.
Any principal from, you know, the local from Deerfield Park, Markham Elementary, Pompano Elementary, all the principals got me on speed dial, so they'll call me.
Hey, man, I'm proud of you. I know my brother Wayne is proud of you, man. Keep on doing what you're doing. Anytime you need some support, you have my number. You have my brother's number. You know where my dad lives at. You know, hey, man, don't hesitate to call us, man. You know, hey, man, we know you trying to do some good things here in this community, and we're here to help you, man.
We support all Black business. All.
Listen, if anybody have a business here in Deerfield, please get with me so we can work on how we're going to get y'all at this Mango Fest. And we're going to do this. Going to be family love for this one here.
Yeah.
So I want to make sure that my city, people trying to come up doing things, I want to make sure they have a spot, a place at this Mango Festival.
Right. So once again, tell them one more time how they could get their refunds for the tickets from the Mango Festival that was supposed to happen this year in 2020. Just let everybody know how they could get their refund from those tickets that they purchased.
If they would like a refund, you can go to eventbrite.com, request a refund. We give it back full refunds, no partial, no percentage out, full refund. You can go to our website, deerfieldmangofestival.com. Any one of those sites, we're giving back full refunds. Like a lot of people, they take 7%. We're giving back the full refund.
Hey, man, that's good, man. We are talking to Travis T-Dogg Gammage. He's born and raised in Deerfield Beach, Florida, man. He's a gospel rap artist. He's been all around the country, man, with all kind of gospel artists, man. And hey, man, we always happy to have you on the Adams Brothers Podcast. Anytime you want to come back on this show and talk about what you trying to promote, man, just hit us up, man. Call us, man, and we'll bring you on, man.
I appreciate y'all, man. I really do.
And we want you back in the future. And and it's a shame that you have to go to a neighboring city because the city you grew up and was raised in don't appreciate your talents. And that's kind of, that has some point here. That has to
Wayne.
stop our elected officials. I don't care who it is, whether it's Ben or whoever, that needs to stop.
Every elected official, especially in District 2, know T-Dogg. Every official knows what I do. Soon as an official get in the seat, they should know, hey, let's call T-Dogg. Why do we have to? I don't get it.
Yeah.
It's a problem. It's a problem.
Well, we're here to work with you, man. We're gonna try and help you bring your ideas back here to Deerfield Beach. We want to hear. We don't want to go to Pompano or Delray or Margate or Boca Raton. We want it right here. This is where we grew up. We were born and raised. We're still here, and we want a mango festival right back here in Deerfield Beach, and we're gonna do everything in our power to get it back here.
And an amphitheater.
And an amphitheater.
Listen, out of anything, we need a 5,000 seat amphitheater.
Yes.
And I heard they was asking, how can we see the city first thing asked, well, how can we make money? Same way Pompano do. The amphitheater itself generates money when you have the right promoter, promoter.
Right.
Then there's other entities inside of that you break off. People do weddings. People do all kind of different events. So it's almost like you having an EPAT Locker Center and a amphitheater in one.
Yeah. Kind of like the Civic Center in Pompano there,
That's what.
But they're slow here. The mindset.
No, they're not slow. They're not slow. We put money where they want to put money. They ain't slow. They're only slow when it comes to our neighborhood. They're only slow when it comes to what we want to do. They're only slow when it comes to District 2. I bet you they ain't slow on the beach.
No.
Well,
they know how I feel.
Action speaks louder than words, so
believe
we
me,
want an amphitheater.
We want an amphitheater right here in Deerfield Beach, and we're gonna keep on. They're gonna hear from us until they're blue in the face. We're not gonna give up. We want an amphitheater here. We want a CRA over here. We want to move over here, and we're not going to give up until we're gonna keep the pressure on them until they do and do what we want over here in District 2. And if these aren't the elected officials to do it, then we'll get some in there that will.
Well, the first thing they'll say, do we have the land to put it somewhere?
Yes.
They
were talking about building one right over by the fire station one time. Matter of fact, promoter Don King gave the city a fire truck probably back in 2000 or 99 when Mike Tyson, I think, or somewhere in the 90s. And Don King was talking about putting an amphitheater there at the time.
Yes, he was.
And the commissioners stopped him. Like, oh no, let's not move too fast, Don King was gonna finance it back then. And these idiots back then would not do it. I guess they thought he was corrupt or whatever, but we could have had an amphitheater. We could have had a lot. Like I say, the mindset here has to change from, this is not 1970, this is not 1960, this is not the 1980s. Deerfield Beach officials, I'm talking to you right now. We are in the 2000s, okay? And the mindset here needs to come to the 2000s. For development, we need things here moving forward. Trying to keep this town, this sleepy little town, is gone. We need revenue. We need revenue here. We need places for people to go, like Pompano, Fort Lauderdale, Delray. This is where we need to be right now. That old mindset, they need to get away from that. And people in our community, I'm just speaking to Black people right now, y'all need to get away from that old mindset and come up to the new, or either you're gonna be left behind.
Well, you look at Pompano. They got the Civic Center, the EPAT Locker Center. They got so many things to keep them moving around. But that's why we got all the shootings here. That's why all the killings here. Because ain't nothing for nobody to do. And they don't, you think they care?
No.
They don't care.
No, they don't. They don't care about the shootings.
You look at Boca Raton, they have an amphitheater. You go out west to Parkland, they have an amphitheater. You go south of us to Pompano, they have an amphitheater. And what's in the middle of all those cities there, Deerfield Beach, who doesn't have an amphitheater? We want an amphitheater here. We want you to help us petition them to bring it here. We're going to ask the community for their help. We're going to ask all these elected officials, and if they don't want to do it, when it comes time for them to run for office again, we will make sure that they remember it.
We need an amphitheater. That's the new push.
There you go. So once again, we're here talking to Travis T-Dogg Gammage. He's born and raised right here in Deerfield Beach, man. Hey, man, we love you, man. Thank you for coming on the Adams Brothers Podcast, man. Come back by and see us sometimes. And I know you say you're going to support black media, so I know how we can count on you.
Oh, y'all, it's done. Appreciate y'all.
There you have it. Travis T-Dogg Gammage. He's right here from Deerfield Beach. Thank you so very much for dropping by the Adams Brothers Podcast, man. Have a good evening, man. Take care of yourself.
You too, man.
All right. Thank you, T-Dogg.